When Antonio Villaraigosa ran for mayor of Los Angeles in the early 2000s, some were not ready for a Latino to lead the city. Despite facing racism on the campaign trail, the third-generation Mexican-American leaned into his identity, learning Spanish and holding bilingual news conferences. He won partly on the strength of the Latino voters he brought to the polls. Since then, Latinos, who are nearly half the population and a third of the electorate in LA, have matured as a political force. In his campaign for mayor, City Councilman Kevin de León is emphasizing his bona fides as a fluent Spanish speaker and the son of a single mother from Guatemala who worked as a housekeeper. Latino voters are a huge asset that other candidates are also making a play for, hiring Latino staffers, expanding their bilingual marketing and, in some cases, attempting to connect with voters in Spanish as they gear up for the June 7th primary. With about 40% of voters undecided, U.S. Representative Karen Bass, de Los Angeles, holds a small lead, and De León is a close second, according to a recent poll by the Loyola Marymount University Center for the Study of Los Angeles. Latino voters, in particular, tend to make up their minds later, taking their time to assess each candidate's pitch before making their choice, said Matt Barreto, a politics and Chicano/A studies professor at UCLA. Although many Latinos have a preference for Latino candidates, their support is not guaranteed. As the only major Latino candidate, De León can't take his natural advantage for granted, Barreto said. Bass, with her long history of activism in South LA, has secured several key endorsements from Latino leaders, including that of Villaraigosa. The 2001 and 2005 mayoral elections were the first ones where we saw Latino engagement at that high of a level, Barreto said. And today, it's much more engaged. Latinos do turn out to vote at higher rates and they can be consequential in deciding elections. But just like everyone else, that only happens when the investment is made. The Latino electorate contains the most new voters of any group, Barreto said, skewing younger and with a chunk of newly naturalized citizens. That means candidates need to take more time to carefully explain policy platforms, Barreto said. Like the other candidates, De León needs to go door to door. He has to go to Latino community events and make connections with the voters, Barreto said. Top issues for Latino residents in LA County are the pandemic, homelessness and the economy, according to a survey commissioned by the Pat Brown Institute at Cal State Los Angeles and the California Community Foundation. Immigration reform is an important issue for many Latinos, but it doesn't rank among the top 5 in the survey. Many Latinos identify as Democrats but consider themselves moderate, not necessarily liberal.